welcome back to my channel. It is Ashley with Heart for Homeschool. Today I want to talk to you guys about charts. To be specific, summer charts. What we use them for and if they worked. So let's get started. Okay, first I want to start with Lake's homeschool summer chart. He is 10 years old, so this is what we do with him. I make my charts easy. I don't like too much information on them. So he wakes up in the morning and he brushes his teeth. Then he memorizes one Bible verse. And I have the verse already ready for him that he's going to memorize. Then we do morning chores, and he has a list that he goes off of for his morning chores. I can show that to y'all in another video, or I can link it down below, just let me know. And then he reads for 30 minutes. Sometimes it ends up being a little bit more than 30 minutes if he's really into the book. And then this column right here, every day it changes. He does something different. Right now, on Monday, we are writing a letter to someone. It can be a letter to his pen pal, which he has, or it could be a letter to a family friend, or like we know a little boy who is in the hospital, and so we're going to be writing him a letter. And then sometimes we just, if we don't really have anybody to write a letter to because we've done it so much, we will write in our journal. But this is just to help keep writing flowing and going, and so we don't forget. And then we practice an instrument. He practices his piano. So then on Tuesday it's the same, except this one switches out and he does a page of his math. It usually is a page of master books. Math lessons for a living education is what we normally try to do to stay ahead in that. One thing too is he just learned last year how to do multiplication and division, and I do not want him to forget those facts. So we do just one page. Usually it's 4 or 5 problems. It's not a lot. It only takes about 5 minutes. It's not a big deal. And then we practice our Spanish on Tuesdays. And the practice instrument and the practice Spanish rotates. The practice Spanish he usually does on Duolingo. And then on Wednesday, we do the same thing, except, I forgot. So on Mondays, he learns the Bible verse. And then on Tuesday, he quotes the Bible verse that he learned. And then on Wednesday, he learns a new Bible verse. And then on Thursday, he quotes the Bible verses, both Bible verses that he has learned. And then on Friday, he also quotes both Bible verses that he has learned. So he learns 2 Bible verses a week. Normally, they're not too intimidating, not too long, so that way he can just get it done, memorize it, and help him to be able to have some quick memory on that. So then on Wednesday, we do an English page, and that is out of his life lessons, English lessons for living education by master books. Sorry, guys. And then we practice the instrument. And then on Thursday, we do another math page out of the same book. And then he practices Spanish. And then on Friday, we try to do some art time. And usually he enjoys drawing or cutting and pasting still. So I usually just let him pick on Fridays what he would like to do as his craft. And then he practices instrument. And that is Lake's schedule. Okay, so this is my 3-year-old, almost 4-year-old's chart. We start the same way. In the morning, we brush our teeth. Then we do a Bible devotional together. And then we learn a Bible verse. Unlike my 10-year-old, he only learns one Bible verse a week. And then we quote it the rest of the week. So only on Monday is he learning a new one, And then on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, we are quoting that verse to make sure that we are quoting it correctly and getting down the location. Then we split up and we do our chores. He has different chores than my 10-year-old, of course, and I try to make them age appropriate. Then we read for 10 minutes, and he actually is unable to read, so I read with him or to him. And usually, sometimes we go a little bit over 10 minutes because he enjoys me reading to him and I enjoy the snuggle time. So we do that, and then on Mondays, we color a letter while my older son is writing a letter. So we work on letter recognition. And then on Monday, he also practices an instrument. Sometimes he actually practices or kind of just plays around on it. Or other days he just watches my older son play the piano. He's kind of like taking over while my bigger one is practicing. So we will move him to a different room, sometimes to the garage, and let him bang on the drums a little bit. Or he will practice strumming on his little guitar or his little play piano. He is not taking any lessons right now. We are just specifically working on piano practice or instrument practicing time so that eventually we can get him into some lessons. I just feel that he's a little bit too young right now. But I just want him to have a routine down. So that way when it does come time to actually practice, he is not upset about it. What are you doing, Sasa? Are you trying to get it? So then same thing with my older boy. Nothing over here really changes. However, on Tuesday, we color a number. So we practice number recognition. And then when my older son is practicing his Duolingo on the iPad, my younger son can get on the iPad as well and practice his abcmouse. So then on Wednesday, he colors a sight word to work on his sight words, and then we do the same thing. We rotate out the practice an instrument and his abcmouse. So he practices an instrument again. And then on Thursday, we practice counting. We do a coloring page, or we do counting Cheerios, or anything that we can think of to count. We work on counting together. And then on Friday, he and his brother do art time together. So usually we work on cutting and pasting, and sometimes we do painting. It just depends on what they're in the mood for and what I am in the mood for. Because some days I really don't want to get out the Play-Doh. Other days it's because we have something to do and we've got to hurry. Or other days it's fine, it's no big deal. So that is my 3-year-old, almost 4-year-old's summer schedule. Okay, so that is our summer charts. Let me know what you think about them. So far, I mean, we've been doing this since May. It is now almost the end of July, and they seem to be working really good. I would definitely say hi. Yeah, hi. I would definitely say that the biggest thing is consistency. And it's not consistency on the child's part, it's consistency on my part. Every morning at first I would have to get up and I would have to say, okay guys, let's go get our chores done after we would eat breakfast. Let's go get our charts done. So we would start off that way. It took about probably the whole month of May, honestly, to get them in a routine where I didn't have to say that anymore. Then they didn't come ask me anymore. They just started getting it done and said, okay mom, I did my chart, or it's time for my Bible devotional, or it's time for me to practice my instrument. So they started getting on the routine and where they could do it without any hesitation. So let me know what you think. Like this video, comment, tell me anything that you think is relevant to this, and then I will see you guys next time. I appreciate it. I've enjoyed this. Bye.
Bye.